Welcome back. The Class B Legion Baseball State Championship in South Dakota featured the Senior Legion Huskies of Elk Point-Jefferson. They took on Parkston over in Salem, South Dakota. Let's check out how this one played out. It's going to be in the second inning here. It's Brody Bedeker at the plate for Parkston when he gets an infield single to score the first run of the game, giving them a 1-0 lead. Then in the third inning, it's Ty Trometer up at the bat for Elk Point-Jefferson, and he gets a hit over the infielders, tying the game at 1 apiece. Shortly after that, it's Keaton Gale. He will hammer this thing deep to center field. That would bring in 2 more runners for the Huskies, and they take their first lead of the day at 3-1. Finally, Brody Van Rokel, he would make contact with the ball and would be thrown out, but it would allow Gale to score from third, making it 5-2 in favor of the Huskies, and they would go on to win 5-2, winning the Class B Legion Championship and going undefeated throughout the tournament. Gale would win MVP awards for his effort.
It was awesome. We all love each other. I mean, we're just a bunch of goofballs. So we just run around, have fun, and it works. It works. We just have a lot of fun. So
this is the best way to end your career, I would say, and I'm just happy to do it with this group of guys, and I couldn't be more excited. Last game played was state championship, winning it.